Hey everybody, so this morning Robert and I are going to go fishing. We dropped the kids off with his parents and they get to hang out with their cousins. They live in Japan. They're over here doing some support raising and visiting family. They're missionaries actually. They're missionaries in Japan. So anyways, they get to see their cousins for a little bit while we go fishing. Are you excited?
Oh yeah.
I'm excited. I love fishing, but I feel like the last few times we've gone fishing, I mean it's been, what, like at least a year maybe since we've gone fishing together.
We've been busy.
I feel like we have hardly caught anything and there's just been like no action, and so it hasn't been exciting. But where he used to work, he actually used to, on his lunch breaks, he would get to go fishing because his work was right on the river. And so he has gotten very good at catching large fish. And so I think this should be interesting.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
I think so too. Fish?
Where?
Right here. Someone just jumped.
Let's see if it likes breadcrumbs.
Hey Bo.
Hey babe.
You having fun?
Yeah.
Are we catching anything?
Not yet.
No, not yet. Although we did just see a really big carp jump right here, but they're not taking our bait.
But if you come over here, you can see this big school of fry.
I don't know if the camera will pick it up.
You can see right over here.
Yeah, I can see it.
Or even right here. Right up over here. Looked like a bunch of bluegill kept coming up and trying to snatch the big ones. Oh, yeah, easy meal.
I think I see a turtle, guys. There's a turtle. Oh, I scared it. So we're over here fishing, and I think they must be getting ready for boat races. They do boat races in Beloit, I think every year, and someone was, I think, testing out their boat, and I think their engine gave out. Now there's a little rescue boat coming to save them. We should see when the boat races are and maybe take the kids.
Yeah,
I
they'd
think
have fun with that.
I think they would really like that. I don't want to be too, like, I'm looking at you. He's towing him. Don't stop. Too cool. I hope he can get his boat fixed before the races. That's pretty cool. Well, my friends, we caught a whole lot of nothing. Not even some nibbles. Nope. But that's okay, because we got to have some alone time away from our children.
Yeah.
For a little bit at least. Did you have fun?
I had fun. Got to see some cool stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, this road's a little bumpy, so my camera's like, oh. Well, we are going to run to the paint store and get some paint samples, and then children. And hopefully tonight, sometime tonight, I would like to paint some of those paints. I would like to paint some of those paint samples on some walls and get a feel for what the colors are going to look like in certain rooms, and hopefully make a plan for what colors I'm going to paint walls, because we've hardly painted anything since moving in a year ago. And so I think it's time. Don't you think, darling?
Yeah, it's time.
Alright guys, we got all of our paint samples. We got, I think 6. Was it 6? I think it's 6.
Yeah.
I don't know, they're sitting back there in boxes because the guy was so kind to put them in boxes for us. So, now that we have all of that paint, we are going to go pick up our children, and maybe later you can watch me put some paint samples up on our walls. All of the colors that we got are shades of gray, or like a beigey gray. So, yeah, I'm excited because I would love to have a fully painted house. I don't think I've ever had a fully painted house, love. Our last house, we never fully painted until just before we moved. We painted just before moving.
Yep.
Just before we listed our house to sell, I should say. Just so we had like a cohesive look.
Even then, I don't think we painted all the ceilings. I think some of them were still the original paint.
I did paint all of the ceilings, not the hallway. I didn't paint the hallway ceiling. You're out of focus. Our depth is too off. Anyway, so yeah, the air conditioning feels really nice today. It's not that hot out. I think it's 80 degrees, so it's a nice day. But in the sun, it gets a little. You start sweating without doing much. So yeah. So handsome. I'm distracting the driver. That's probably not a good thing. So I am going to put all of the samples that we got on all of the walls that we're going to paint. All the walls, I think, in the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, the hallway, the entryway, the stairwell, all of those places will probably get painted with all 6 of these samples, these gray paint samples. So let's see what these look like. This first one is Repose Gray. Can you see that? Repose Gray. Whoops, I bumped that. This one is Shiitake. This one's definitely warmer than the last one. Should we put all of the more blue toned ones together? Because this one looks very, very blue on this wall. And it's probably gonna look even more blue if I put a warm one right next to it.
I think you should put all the blue ones at least near each other.
Okay, so change in plans. The next color I'm gonna do is Agreeable Gray. This one, I don't think the rest of these are very blue toned. At least they don't look like it in the jar. But I guess we'll find out together. Yeah, this looks blue too. You know, it's probably just the fluorescent lighting. Okay, I think that this is the next one that looks maybe like it might be slightly cool in the jar. The rest of them look pretty warm, so. And these ones are darker. Oh, I like that. I'm not sure I like it against, we'll see.
That is a very cool color.
Mom, what do you think we should read before bed? Some more Oliver Twist or The Hobbit?
The Hobbit. Alright, I didn't think I was gonna like this color on my walls, but I did want to see what it looked like against our fireplace wall color right here. And this is Accessible Beige. Accessible Beige. Whoa, there it is. Okay, now I am back with Shiitake. Ooh, I like it. Okay, and this one is a new gray. Where is it? Right there. Right there. A new gray. I love how much sloppier this one is than the rest of them. I feel like I got better as I went along, kind of. I try to blend the edges a little bit when I do paint samples so that when I go to paint over it, there aren't any like weird lines showing. Usually when I do, when I paint walls, I usually try to do 2 coats anyways, so that's usually not an issue, but just making sure. But anyway, this is Repose Gray, Repose Gray, Agreeable Gray, Requisite Gray, Accessible Beige. Is it accessible or accessible?
How's it spelled?
Accessible. Accessible?
Two C's?
Yes.
Accessible.
Oh, okay. So,
Accessible.
Accessible Beige, Shiitake, and a new Gray. I love all of these so much. They look way better than what's on the wall now. At least, nothing against this color. I like how warm and inviting it is. However, I don't feel like it goes very well with our fireplace color, and this was a custom color that we ordered a 5-gallon bucket from Sherwin-Williams of, and I do not want to change this color because I love it. I guess for this wall in the living room, we're gonna have to decide which one of these looks the best, but I'm definitely gonna wait for them to dry, and then I'm probably gonna do a second coat just so we get a really good idea, and then we will decide from there. We'll probably leave these for at least a day or 2 so that we can kind of see what they do with the sun and everything, because this room in particular gets lots of light, but this wall right here actually doesn't get as much light as another wall, so I'm wondering if I should do all of the samples on the other wall too. No, I'm gonna do it on this wall, just this wall, because I want a color that's gonna match really well with this wall. And honestly, I feel like I could pick any of these colors and they would be okay. I feel like they would look better than what's on the wall now. But if I'm being honest, I feel like this one is looking a little purple in this light. This one's a little blue. I feel like this one's right in the middle. What is this one? Accessible Beige. I did not think that I was gonna like that color. But you know what? I'm not gonna make any decisions before they dry because they're going to look just slightly different once they're dry.
Mama, all these colors look cool.
I know, I love them. Do you like them? Which one's your favorite?
This one, because I think,
What does it say? Requisite Gray?
yeah,
I like that one
Because
too. It might be a little dark for this room
it's
though.
like slightly dark like this one.
Well, we don't want it dark like that one. This wall right here, this is our fireplace wall. Here, let me disconnect from the tripod. This wall is the fireplace wall, and it is called a, what is it called? A focal wall? Is that what they call it? Accent wall, focal wall, whatever. The fireplace is our focal, and then this is the wall. This whole wall is like a focal wall. So anyways, don't want to change this color. We love it, but we have to find one color that is going to match really well with it.
Maybe
And-
this one.
Well, they're still wet, so we're gonna wait to decide until they're all dry. Well, friends, if you were making this decision based off these not dry samples, what would you pick? I would love to know. This is like evening lighting in this room. Repose Gray, Agreeable Gray, Requisite Gray, Accessible Beige.
Yeah.
What was this one? Shiitake, and a new gray. That one has like a sheen on it from the light because it's not dry yet. So anyway, what would you pick to go with this wall? It looks almost charcoal in this lighting actually. Let me move. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better.
Rosie picks
I
a
kinda
new
like,
gray.
I don't know. I don't know which one I would pick right now.
Gray.
Which one do you like, Papa?
I like this one.
Are any of them sticking out to you?
I like accessible beige.
Shiitake is sticking out a lot, but I worry that it would be too dark.
I like
You know, you have to remember that this wall isn't going to get as much light, so these will look a little bit brighter, like these walls and over there. They're gonna look a little bit brighter because the sun is going to be on them like all day.
I like accessible beige.
You like accessible beige?
Yeah, because like the color really brings out this.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, the agreeable gray is really agreeable.
I agree.
Yeah, friends. That's my hubby right there.